I'm Rory McConville, and you're watching the Canary Guys podcast.
And I don't know where she goes at night, but I've gotta find out. Hey, you, not a clue. Wake up, I'm chasing you. Stop now, my head is don't know how to get me out. Hey, you, not a clue. Wake up, I'm chasing you. Stop now, my head is don't know how to get me out.
Hello and welcome to the Canary Guys podcast, and it's a special one because it is the pre-Ipswich Derby Day podcast. Lads, how are the nerves?
I'll be honest, I've got no nerves whatsoever. The pressure's
Fair.
off. The pressure's off now.
Good to
innit?
hear
The
that.
pressure's off. We've lost the game. The
Yeah.
pressure's off. It's fine. We can just go into this. Mentality's up. It's sunny. It's warm.
All right, then.
I've got a sunny beer out. I've got an orange
It
flavoured
is.
Cruz Campo. It's excellent. It was a drink to victory.
Love it. Barney, how you feeling?
Well, it's funny Chris talks about alcohol because alcohol is my coping mechanism at the minute for Derby Day. I'm worried.
Good to hear.
I am
I must
worried.
mention, Chris said that it's sunny. It is meant to absolutely piss it down Derby Day.
It's
but
very
we look
sunny
forward to it.
today. It's been right warm.
Today's lovely.
It's well up.
Yeah. But apparently it's going to absolutely
Might
piss
be
it
too
down
hot,
on
might
Saturday.
be.
But that's okay. That's what we're here for. A shithouse win in the rain would be absolutely lovely. Well, we have played two games before we get on to the big one. We have played Pompey and we have played Millwall. Two very fucking different games, very different performances. We'll start with Pompey. Obviously, poor performance, but there were reasons for that with internationals and whatnot. Do you have any key points you want to mention of
It's
the
just a
Pompey
bit
match?
crap.
Yeah.
There's not really a lot you can take
Fair.
out of that game.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was just a bit meh. It wasn't like
I think
we even turned up and played horrendously bad. It was just so lackluster.
yeah.
And I get it's off to the international.
Brady,
That's something I
you
want to
got
talk
something
about
to
though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Go ahead, Brownie.
Like we say on this podcast quite often that you need to win them games where you're not up to your best abilities. You need to get 3 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought Norwich played like that to an extent. I thought it wasn't our day, but we made it work. We got a good goal, and I thought defensively we weren't shambolic at all. However, I want to say that the reason why Pompey, they got themselves in the game. Good point for them, fair play. But there should have been some red cards dished out, I believe, in that football game.
Yeah, I do agree.
Red cards do make differences to the game, especially how early on they should have came.
I totally agree.
That
with
does
you
change the
in
flow of
terms
the
of
game.
red cards. What I can't agree with is the fact that I don't think we played well at all. I also think that
No, we did. No, I'm not saying we're playing well. I'm not saying that at all.
no, but
I'm saying
you said that
we say on this podcast.
You said that we'd kind of done what we needed to win the games where we weren't playing well. Well, I would argue that we gifted Pompey a sloppy goal and literally let them back into the game. And also that, sorry Portsmouth fans if you are listening, but you are shit. Like you're not a good team at all. And we should have turned them over. The way we're playing currently, 4 or 5 goals easily.
Yeah,
when you have a bloke with a bell in the away end, you know you're import, frankly.
Yeah, I think Portsmouth will do well to stay up if they do. No disrespect to them, but they're not a good side, and particularly the side that they put out against us. I know their fans weren't happy with it. There weren't a lot of their quality players out there. That should have been one for the taking, regardless of the fitness of our players with regards to international. I understand that, but we had players to go on there who could do the job.
Yeah, that's the issue. I mean, like, so many people were predicting massive wins for Norwich by big margins, and
if we're
in the
talking
end.
about the playoffs here, those are those games where that's the difference between making them and not. Big style.
Yeah.
Again, and if you look back and like for the late equalisers we've conceded and whatnot over the season, like it's the margins that I think winning against Pompey, and we probably would be up there.
Even
And
Oxford a few
actually
months
in a
back.
real shout of playoffs.
Oxford at
Well,
home
yeah.
a few months
If we
back.
win against
That's
Portsmouth,
one of the
we're
ones.
2 points closer, which puts us on 60.
Yeah.
If my memory serves me correct, 60 points, because I think Southampton are on,
Yeah.
what are they on, 66?
Yeah, after they won the other night. Yeah.
So that puts us 6 off the playoffs.
With decent run of games, yeah.
We're in it there.
And again, it's early games in the season, like Forster missing the chance against Sheffield United away. That was big.
He made up for it, though. He made up for it when they came to the Carrow. He made up for it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
He made up for it.
But yeah, we'll talk about the red cards because 1 or 2 red cards do you think we missed?
I think it was 2.
I really think 2.
Yeah.
It was an
I mean,
accumulation.
if the first one happens, the second one probably doesn't. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is, out of the 2 that was there, one of them should at least be given.
At least one.
I think
that's
on
fair.
totting up, both of those could have gone easily.
Yeah. Am I right in thinking
was funny,
there could there potentially been a third one? Was there not a kick out on Magoma towards the end of the match?
I think Magoma actually kicked him.
Or was I?
I think it was the other way round.
Oh, was it? I knew there was a kick out, and at that point my head was gone because I knew they got the equaliser. My head was gone. I couldn't remember it.
Magoma actually kicked out on the player who tackled him. So
I must say, it says a lot about the match. When my favourite part of it all, bar obviously Pelle Matson's goal, it was a bit after Matson's goal, and then I think it was like a corner for us. And Matson just went. There was like a Portsmouth player like waving his arms back. Matson just high fived him. I found that so funny. Like, well then, Matson, why not? It's good on you, lad. But we'll talk about Matson because 3 games, 3 goals.
No,
What's that been?
3 games, 4 goals.
it's true. Actually,
Good
he
point.
did score at both ends.
3 games, 4 goals.
And bar obviously the Millwall goal, that own goal was a hell of a strike. So well then, Matson. I mean, where's that been? Because that's good for the derby day because we needed midfielders to come in and score goals. Because we missed a certain Chilean
I just
doing
think
that.
he's been allowed a little bit more freedom to go forward. I think he was being played as much more of a holding midfielder before his injury, and he's now being allowed a little bit more freedom to drive on.
Yeah, that's fair. It's good to see. I hope it continues forever, and I hope he scores to win against Lippy, which obviously we'll get onto later. Obviously, there were international issues with players coming back unfit. Rory McGonville, one of them. Rory, if you're watching this, please be okay for the derby. We miss you. But obviously, starting lineup against Pompey was Medic and Darling. How do you think they did as a centre back pairing?
I think Darling is solid at this level. I think Medic is quickly getting found out as to just how slow he actually is. I think he's a good defender. He's strong.
He was solid, like he goal line clearance.
But there are some times where
which everyone in the back thought was in, by the way, which is a bit scary.
There are times where an attacker can get around him and they aren't being caught. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be a foot race. Whereas where I feel with McConville isn't blessed with absolute pace, but he can manage. Cordoba for me is pretty quick for a big centre back. And Darling can manage as well. Like all of those can probably play out fullback if needed. So it gives them, you have to have a fair bit of running to be able to do a job at fullback, even if it's in a temporary capacity. So I think they're all much more mobile, whereas Medic is your old-fashioned centre half, which is good. I think Medic is a great option to bring on late in the game to see how to win. I don't think he's great from the start, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, again,
And
Clement's hand was forced already, wasn't it? So
yeah, and I think that's the annoying thing because I feel like obviously if Medic couldn't physically see out the game against Portsmouth, fair enough. But if Medic didn't, because it was as soon as Medic came off, the goal was then scored. What if Medic on the pitch? Would he have headed it out? Because I feel like that is one of his biggest strengths. Is he is that aerial presence in the defensive wise in our defensive box, and I feel like it could have been different. But that's if buts and maybes. We don't know.
yeah, we do absolutes.
We do
Yeah.
absolutes.
Any other Pompey mentions before we move on to a much better game?
I think there's not, like I say, there's not a lot you can take out of it. Really, it's just it's a poor result. We gifted a relegation team a point and dropped 2 of our own.
It was a very championshipy game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we will move on because we then played Millwall, and I think compared to Pompey, everyone was predicting a massive win. Against Millwall, everyone was predicting not a heavy loss, but 1-0, 2-0 loss.
When did Millwall become a super team? They didn't.
Yeah, no, that's
They haven't
fair.
become a super team overnight. Right, they're having a good run. Don't get me wrong. They're having a great run. And Alex Neil's doing an amazing job.
It shows the lack of quality in the
They're doing an
Championship.
amazing job. But like you say, we've said it so many times on this podcast, there's a lack of quality in the Championship. Millwall are a good, solid, drilled outfit, but they're not unbeatable. I don't know why everyone was predicting us to lose. I had faith that we would go out and get something, and sure enough, we did. Mind you, I will say that I didn't have much faith when I saw the team lineup and where some of the players were playing. Who knew that Kenny McLean's a tricky right winger? For a start.
Yeah, I was going to mention the lineup because there was questions.
It was
about
questionable, I would argue.
It was, but it worked.
It did the job. And
my concern was it was too passive.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But it wasn't. We were first half should have been 2-3 up. I reckon.
Yeah,
easily. Yeah,
it's what I mean. Like,
again,
people are like, "Oh, Millwall have done so well." Well, they showed absolutely nothing in that first half at all. Again, they were. This is going to sound really weird now, having said that Portsmouth are quite a shit team, but they were arguably worse than Portsmouth in the first half.
Yeah, you could argue that. Or was that in that sense that they looked worse than Portsmouth, or did we look really good?
I think it's a bit of both. It's probably a bit of a false sense of what we're looking at.
Yeah, but obviously, first half you've got Chris Garden probably should have scored. We'll talk about him first because he's just not a come-on player, is he?
I think
that's the issue. I think he has so much talent and he is such a good striker, but he just does not fit.
I do not think he's a Championship player.
Yeah.
For me.
I mean, I think he is a Championship player, just not in the system that we're playing.
Nine.
Like, under Manning, though, he did okay.
Like we've said it many times before, but I would quite like to see him tested in a different position. Yeah. I'd like to see him in a 10. I'd like to see him on a wing. I think he could do a job.
It's difficult with him. It is difficult with him. Who are the other people who should have scored in the first half?
McLean was one.
Kenny. Yeah, Kenny. The Ahmed ball was fantastic. And then Kenny.
Stacey
should have scored in the first half.
Oh, no, it's Stacey. It was Stacey.
It was Stacey. Stacey.
Yeah. I think Fisher had the ball somewhere near the goal, but you don't bother anymore with him, do you?
He's never
don't be horrible to miss.
He's saving it for Derby Day.
Yeah,
if he scores on Derby Day, game, right game, right shot.
That's fair. I'm up a Barkley, but I'll find a way down. Must mention as well, probably apart from there wasn't any goals in the first half, but Alex Neil decided to have a shouting match with Kenny McLean. I love that. That was well done.
He's in the Reds.
And will you listen to the Sky commentary?
Yeah.
By chance?
No, I had radio. Yeah. God, I'm lying.
Sky commentary said McLean is showing his lack of experience here. I'm like, okay, you haven't done any research. They just say the commentary is awful.
They're awful. They're called
Experience.
Clermont French.
Yeah,
They're called Clermont French.
yeah. Clement the Frenchman and McLean lacking experience. Like, you don't know.
Sky,
anything,
give us a
so
job, we'd
back
be
it.
much better.
Oh, the Canary
good.
guys. Oh, your Canary guys commentary. That would be
We definitely
wild.
should do some
We're
commentary
well
at
up for
some
that.
point. Would be great.
Ashton just absolutely. Yeah, let's go commentate on like a Wisbech Town match later.
If
Fuck
any
you know,
local
lads.
football teams want to,
Don't drag
I was going to
yourself
say, if
through that.
any local football teams want to employ us to do some commentary on your game, we are available.
I'd love to commentate for the Linnets.
Imagine.
I'd
This
love
is
to
a, this
commentate
is
for
a
the
shout.
Linnets.
Like,
Would
I'll
be-
even travel. I'll come down to Lowy, or like we'll go to Galston or something. Like again,
God. Not the best places. Why do we all live in shitholes? That's the question for another day. I think.
I think I live in an alright area. Mind.
But yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
At least I'm not actually in King's Lane. So.
Anyway. Yeah, we move on. Second half, obviously, change at the start. Motore comes on. And what an
And
impact!
what's about Sky? What's wrong with Sky? They didn't even realise Torre came on. They didn't even realise
Did they
about
not?
2 minutes into the half. No, they were like, oh yeah, and Norwich has made a change which we didn't realise. And I'm not going to sound bad here, but there are clear differences between Mateus Kavitsky and Mohamed Torre. That
Big differences.
yeah. So the fact they didn't notice that is kind of concerning. But listen,
That is a bit.
I don't see past colour as well. Sky Sports, we're all one, and I like that. But at the same time, please get your facts and
I
statistics
thought you were
right.
going to tell me that they thought we'd put like Jose Cordoba on up front or something.
That would have been that wouldn't have been good. But yeah, Torre 2 assists, back at it. Obviously, he came back from injury against Pompey. Bit sluggish, which I think is to be expected. It was a sort of game that he can't really make much of an impact in. But against Millwall, he was on it. And would you? I mean, obviously we'll move on to it later on. But would you start against Liverpool?
100%.
Because I definitely will.
I
don't think you can risk starting.
Can we talk about another substitute?
Ipswich.
Go on. I think I know who you're going to say as well.
Now, a player that has been out for a bit of time now, who I definitely want to start on Saturday, who started against Portsmouth, came on against Millwall, got a lovely goal. I remember saying that for this player to take his next step to becoming a better footballer, he needs to start getting goals and assists. Well, he's came to the Den. He's got a good goal. Good. It was played to him, but nice composure, short back and sides. Oscar Schwartau, what a player!
Was a good goal.
What a
Made
player,
a decent
Oscar
impact off the
Schwartau.
bench.
We missed him a hell of a lot. And he was good against Pompey as well when he came on.
This is a plea.
Yeah, he started.
I understand
started.
that the McLean roll against Millwall worked. Against Ipswich, that will not work with McLean on the right wing for me because he's not pacey direct enough.
No.
I want to see Ahmed and Schwartau. I want to see them together.
Yeah, exactly the same.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lineup conundrums, we'll have to say. So we'll mention them later because there's a lot of players who could be starting ahead of each other, could be out, could be blah blah. So we'll think about that.
But that's really good because it shows there's competitiveness in the squad. It shows that these players
and the injured players are finally getting back to fitness, which is
And I still, the laugh of it all is that
ages.
despite all these players we mentioned, I still think the squad's really only 75% of the way to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
This
We have
summer's
a
huge, and this summer
good
is exciting.
summer. Like genuinely, unbeaten, win the league, win FA Cup, win Carabao Cup. They might even chuck us in the Conference League for a laugh and a joke and win that against some random Bulgarian team.
There you are, you've heard it here
Lovely.
first. Brownie's predicted we win literally everything next season.
We
Good
will
to
not
hear,
lose a
good to hear.
game. We won't concede a goal.
This is what I said though about halfway through the Millwall game when we were, just before half time actually, and I think I put a message in our chat saying, imagine what Philippe Clement would do with actually competent players. Not that we don't have
It's mental.
competent players. We do have some that are competent. We don't have a competent 11.
But even more
Imagine if he had players.
He's
he
been
wanted.
dealt with Tony Garrett fucking Springer.
Speaking of which, though, before we move on to fun segments, and then obviously the main event, do you want to mention one? If you're Philippe, come on, you can make one signing. Anyone
The
realistic?
hog,
Who'd you
get the
sign?
hog in.
See, mine, I don't think mine's realistic. So
Get the
I
hog
can't
in, I'll
think.
get the hog out. That's how it goes.
Love that. Come on, Bradley. We'll do it anyway.
No,
We can have fun
because
here.
people are going to say that I'm an idiot and that I should shut up.
Come on,
you're
after
never gonna
the Norwich City Paul. Come on. You've got to say
no,
now.
no, because it's more of a fantasy than a realistic transfer. So no.
Go on. Go on.
All right, my dream signing's Fatawu from Leicester, but it just ain't happening, is it?
To
It
be
really
fair,
ain't
I
happening,
mean,
is it?
considering I
if they
signed
go
him
down to
on
League One,
I signed him on. Yeah, but that's fair.
No,
That's
but
fair.
at the same time, like he is Premier League
but he's not
quality.
going to. Yeah, but he's just been
he could draw.
relegated in a Leicester side. He's not going to be attracting Prem names, is he?
He ain't going. Yeah, no, that's fair.
But he is like the one where if I could make one signing, that right wing, if we had Fatawu, Ahmed,
Can I
Magoma,
can
Torre,
I
or
go down
McCarthy,
a
take your pick.
similar
Like, it's
route to
just
you? Because if we're assuming on the basis that Leicester go down, I would
Go on.
also quite like Steffi Mavadini probably.
yeah.
That's a
To be
shout.
fair, Leicester fans have said he's had a bit of a poor season, but the other year when they were in there, he was electric, and we were actually linked to
I
him
would
at
have
that time.
either of those.
But I'm not.
The pair of them would be great.
Can I give you
If you
another
can.
suggestion for left back? I actually don't think Luke Thomas
No.
is that bad. I think Luke Thomas is
So what
nice
you
and
Fair.
suggest
tidy.
is we sign half of Leicester's relegated team.
The ones that are not shit come
We'll
to
have Ricardo
us.
Pereira at
Do we
right
bring
back
all
then.
Skip home?
I actually don't
Do we
mind
bring all
Skip
Skip
coming
home?
home. Don't mind Skip coming home. He should have came home well long ago.
My shout. It's not a Leicester player. I'm sorry, lads. But and it's not even that much of a good player. But I think it would just be vibes. Irakunda from Watford, just for his relationship with
I don't see.
Torre.
That's another one where Irakunda, he has that Australian link up.
The link
I
up
come
would
from
be
a land
pure
down
nice.
under. I think he's quality when he's playing consistently
See,
at a good level. His free kicks are like Chris
I said the
MD.
hog because it's an easy answer, but realistically, I want at least 3 wingers.
We
Yeah,
don't
we
need
need good
strikers.
wingers.
We could
We
live
need
on the
Got a
strikers that
yeah,
question
we've
whilst we
striker
got
talk
wing.
about
in
wingers.
theory, but we can't live with the wingers that we've got.
Let's talk about wingers and strikers. If you're Clement, would you play Ante Cianac as a striker or winger? If you're
As a
Clement,
striker, personally,
Yeah,
I actually think
yeah.
Senats
and a striker probably.
wasn't very good on the wings, but I would. But then again, if we were stuck with our current squad and everyone was fit,
You'd play him on the
I
wing.
probably would put
Absolutely,
him
you
on the
would.
wing.
But if was that
There's
striker, he'd be fourth choice, well, third choice probably.
yeah. The thing is,
Which,
like, we have so many of them players where they have these two positions where you don't know. Like, Cianac is one we just said. Strato and Forson, there's debates on should they be the central or the wide players.
yeah,
Pardon me,
See, now
sorry.
Schwartau for me is one that can
that's
play
fine.
both. I don't mind Schwartau out wide. Forson's similar. I believe that Schwartau would actually be better as a 10, but I do think that he does a job as a winger.
I think that
That's
just
fair.
shows, though, for his age, and that kid's ceiling is crazy. That
He's got
he's
a huge ceiling, very high ceiling.
But
Yeah.
I think that's the way of modern football now, though, isn't it? Like we talk about a lot of, like, how many strikers do you know that get converted to a winger, and how many midfielders do you know that get
Yeah,
pushed
yeah.
out wide? And it seems like there's no like proper wingers left anymore. It seems like there's a shortage of wingers. Bring
no.
back wingers.
They go to Man City and they play backwards football. Like he's ruined people like Savinho, Pep.
Bring back proper
They're
wingers.
exciting, tricky. Yeah, I mean, the only one that I think to an extent is like a proper old school winger. It's a bit like Desiree Doué from PSG.
Yeah, but even he can
That
play
kid's got
central.
flicks and slicks and yeah, but like Neymar played central when Messi played central. Everyone played central, man.
I know, but again, I wouldn't call Neymar or Messi a out and out proper winger because they weren't.
No. At the end of the day, as long as you kick football well, I like you.
I just want like a direct, absolute like thunder bastard down the wing who's going to have like 900 million pace and will just take people on around the outside.
There.
round the
Well, no,
outside.
because he has
Round
no
the
end
outside.
product.
Bring him back.
Battle with that man.
Plaheta would run round the outside of
Did
the
you
man,
just
but
say?
forget to
Who
take the
did you
ball with
just?
him.
Didn't he get a goal against Ipswich this year?
He
To
has
be fair,
pace.
though.
He has
He
pace.
did. It was a good goal as well.
It did, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, but like someone like for like an old school like Aaron Lennon and Andros Townsend type character, but like obviously not them because they're about 100 million years old now. But
I've just
you
not
know what
heard
I mean?
Andros
Like,
Townsend said on a Canary Guys podcast.
he's that kind of winger, isn't he? Andros Townsend would like just run at his man and absolutely twat it. Like it's just the right kind of bloke that
Yeah.
we would need.
No, the fact
Yeah.
is, this January summer window is absolutely fucking massive. It's
If
going
we
to be
don't sign at
exciting.
least
If we
two
get the good players
wingers,
in,
Ben
we're
Knapp has
on
blood
pretty
on
much
his
with me.
hands. End of.
Yeah, that's fair.
3. I'd argue 3.
That's fair.
I think
Actually,
we need
no,
3, but at
no,
least
2
2.
because we got Pape. Pape, we got Pape.
Yeah, but
I think
injury
we need
issues.
3.
Yeah, he needs to
But I
like.
think if we get 2, that's satisfactory.
Yeah, I can agree on that.
Should we do fun segments before the main event?
What's fun? What we got fun?
Yes.
Tell us, Robbie.
Sausage rolls.
Whee!
Sausage rolls are
Sausage,
always fun.
sausage.
Of course
And
you find the
Carrot roast
sausage
sausage
fun.
rolls are back. As in, I consume sausage rolls at Vicara, but I did not consume a Carrot roast sausage roll at Vicara because they're woke. They're racist. We don't like them. We don't
Why are they
like them. We hate them.
racist?
So I went to Greg's. Before the match, and I got 2 sausage rolls for about £2. So they're beautiful. They're pictured on screen now of my bag and my view. But yeah, beautiful, flaky. Not flaky actually because of Greg's. So it's lovely. And
Shoved them down his trousers
it's
to
just
keep them
nice
warm.
not having to get a mortgage out to get sausage rolls at Vicara.
I said,
Sorry,
did you
Marcus?
shove them down your trousers to keep them warm? Do you have like one in each leg?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's definitely what I did. But no, they're beautiful. Please bring back Piglet's Pantry. But again, it's nice not
Are
having
they
to
in like
mortgage out every
liquidation
time I
now?
buy a sausage roll. They're still knocking. It's weird.
How are they in
They're
liquidation when they're actually like a solid food?
Because solid food doesn't equal money a lot of the time.
Speaking of liquidation,
Get
though, after the match, I also went Mackey's and I got a mini egg McFlurry. That was absolutely banging. And
Oh.
can I shout? Can I get angry?
Speaking of liquidation, I'm going to have some more of this
okay?
Cruz Campo. You carry on.
I want to get angry. I do that a lot this podcast, but it's worth it, right? I'm waiting for my train, right? They've decided in infinite wisdom to put the Sheringham train, the Great Yarmouth train, and the Lowestoft train all on platform 6. So platform 6 is full of Sheringham people, Lowestoft people, and Great Yarmouth people. It's absolutely rammed. They're shouting at you because platform's too full, but it's your fault, you fucking idiots. Sorry. But that's just really frustrated me. And it's going to be even worse when the Icky fans are on the train from Lowy on the way to Norwich. But, fuck you. I'm going early anyway, so I'll be in the city about 8 o'clock in the morning for early Spoons events with a certain national
Spoons
brownie,
bread
which we're looking forward to.
I might not even
Sorry?
come to the game. I might just come for the Spoons Brecco, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it sounds
That's
like
fair.
a plan, Chris.
That's
On the
fair.
bevs.
We can get you in somehow. We
Yeah,
can
for
sneak
those of
Chris
you
in.
who don't
Should
know,
we-
unfortunately, I was supposed to be moving into my house Friday, and unfortunately that is not happening. So I didn't get Ipswich tickets, and now I regret it.
So is it
Yep.
delayed again then?
Solicitors,
how long till or
not that the house isn't finished. It's just that the solicitors are
Ah,
terrible.
solicitors,
I'm
yeah.
going to give a shout out now. If any of you are buying a house, don't use JS Law. They're fucking shit.
Fair enough.
Use
Fair
William
enough.
H.
Decent
Brown,
source.
because Brown and Brown.
That's
They're not a
fair.
solicitor, Brownie. They're an estate agent.
Yeah, they're estate agents, but
Yeah, but they do
It's
things
got
with
the spirit.
houses.
It's got the spirit.
They do things with
It's got the
houses.
spirit.
They sell
They are
houses.
house
They
people.
don't do law.
It
Brownie's
works.
fundamental
Oh,
understanding
do you
of
know
how to
what?
buy a house is not there,
Suits.
unfortunately.
Nah, I know about the law. I watch Suits and I watch Harvey Specter Aura Farm. Like, I know bits and bobs.
Mike Ross,
This is
Bob
fun, isn't it?
Ross.
Mike Ross.
Talking about bits and bobs. Speaking of bits and bobs, a bit and bob is canonical, but frankly, I hadn't even looked this week because I just thought I can't really be asked. So we're going to save it for the
I
big
was going to say,
canonical
it's
of the
all too
week after
positive at the
Ippy, after
minute,
we
so it'll
absolutely
either be massively positive or
yeah.
horrendous when it comes to the Ippy game. So
With Ipswich, it's either going to be really shit or really good canonicals, and that'll be the exciting ones. So that's what we're looking forward to. We lose, we're going to have rage, and we win, we're going to have like
What about a draw?
Dale saying that we'll have Dale saying he's going to go skinny
he's
dipping
going to have
on
some
a
jam in
beach
his
somewhere.
jacket potato or whatever.
Yeah,
Lemon,
something like
wasn't it
that.
lemon
What happens
curd
if
or
there's a
jacket
draw,
potato? I'm pretty sure
Robin?
that's what he said.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
What happens
What
if
if we
there's a
draw?
draw?
Then it's just boring. But still I'm being at Carrow Road for since 2003. So who's the real winner? Speaking of winners,
Then when
we
they
have a
fucking go
winner
and win
of
on
tweet of the
Saturday.
week this week. And even though we haven't got canonical of the week, he's still got a mention because winner of tweet of the week this week is John Rogers,
Hey!
and it is a rather wonderful tweet. What he has done is he has taken a screenshot of Barry Bannon playing for Millwall and quoted, "When did teams start putting their players'
saw
ages
this.
on
I
their
saw
shirt?"
this.
Bannon has 6'7" on the shirt, so yeah,
Don't do it,
that's
Brownie.
fair.
Don't do it.
I absolutely love that. My
Oh, he's
balling
doing it.
prince, fuck off. Okay, yeah.
You could take a penalty on
Ashton,
his head,
you're banned.
If you digged him into the ground, you could take a penalty off his head.
Anyway, shout out John Rogers. just so John Rogers knows, if there's been some more views on his YouTube recently, I went back through the old John Rogers archives a couple of days ago for fun. So
Why
I think
not?
it was.
Absolutely
I'll
love
tell
that.
you what it
Robbie,
was.
what about the honourable mention?
Do you want to mention the honourable mention? Feel free.
Oh, yeah. Let Chris finish first, though. Let Chris
Well, I
finish
was just
first.
going to say that I was going back through because I remembered that he did the "I Hate Alex Neil" song, and it wasn't because he actually hated Alex Neil. It's because he was the same age as John Rogers. So
Rate it. Brownie, honourable mention?
Yeah. Honourable mention this week. Now, obviously today, the day of recording, the player and manager of the season nominees that came out for the championship this season. And in the four managers, you had Frank Lampard, the whole manager.
who even is the whole manager these days?
Oh, some random guy. I'm
Sergei
not going to.
Pavejovic or some weirdo.
Sergey? What about Sergey? Supermarket Pals. Who was it? You had Hellberg, and who was the last one? Alex Neil. Alex Neil. And Norwich themselves quote tweeted it with a picture of our big, bold, sexy Belgian Jesus reincarnation, Philippe Clement, with an emoji, and just basically said, "What the flip are you yapping about? This man should be on there and win it because he has revolutionised this football club."
I was going to say, haven't Middlesbrough gone backwards since Hellberg was in charge?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he inherited a good team, and
Technically,
sort of
why is
fumbled
he
it,
there?
I don't get that. The fact that Eka isn't even on there, forget Clement. Even
Yeah.
Eka.
Both of them.
He's
should be there.
literally made an FA Cup semi-final. FA Cup semi-final.
Yeah.
They're in the
Mental.
playoffs. They have a good push now
But it's
for
not
the
the EFL,
autos.
so yeah. Oh well, that's okay. Speaking of okay, so if that's not okay, is Rory McConnell was injured, but it doesn't matter. We're still gonna have the Rory McConnell segment. Ashton, what do you want to say about Rory McConnell?
I miss him, man. I miss him. We miss him, man. We just miss him.
Is that it? That's all he needs to say.
Is that it?
Yeah. Obviously, big blow. However, Darling, in all fairness to him, it's not the Darling dance. Ooh, new segment, Darling dance. Darling's actually came in and done a good job, I thought, the last 2 games, in all fairness to him. Not angry
Yeah.
with Darling with his performances. Obviously not McConville. But he does know Wisbech is a shithouse, Darling, so we'll let him pass that.
A
Uh,
shithole. Yeah. Right that.
at the same time, though, like, obviously, we talk about the McConville minute. Just got to say, like, obviously, been talking to Roy's brother and his dad. Obviously, international break, they unfortunately did lose to Italy to not proceed to the World Cup. But Italy got knocked down by Bosnia. So
That was really
have that
funny.
one, you pizza tossers. That's what you get for ruining my McConville streams.
I've
I believe that I actually am going to meet some of the McConvilles pre-match on Saturday. So yeah,
am I invited?
yeah.
Oh no,
Oh,
I
you're
wish
with
I
me,
had
so yeah,
tickets.
probably,
Fucking
mate.
hell.
Wait. Oh no.
What?
Does Damien know I commented on his bald head?
I
Or am I
don't know
going
if
to
I'm
get
gonna. I don't know
slapped?
if I'm gonna. If I'm assuming Dane will be there, but I've been on about it more to McConville's brother saying hello to him pre-match. So
Did
if
he
Fair.
get back
Damien's
up?
there,
Okay.
he might head. But yeah, boom.
I rate it.
But yeah, we obviously missing McConville.
Anyway,
That's today's
Brownie, you mentioned
We are.
McConville
shithouses in
minute.
your McConville minute there, and I think that leads quite nicely onto another
What a
segue
segue.
of your top 3 this week.
Oh, go on, Chris. Go on, Chris. The reins are all
Well,
yours.
to be
You
fair,
go
I did
ahead
come
this
up with it
week.
this week. So obviously, Derby Day. There's a bit of needle. There's a bit of animosity, bit of tension. And what I want to know, boys, is who are your top 3 Norwich City shithouses of all time? The players have really got under
Oh,
people's skin, wound everyone up. We're right bastards,
oh my God! I've got a good one. I've
but
got a
we all
good
loved
one.
them.
I got a good two. Yeah.
Brownie,
Just need
Should we
one more.
do 3-3-3,
yep,
2-2,
I'm down for that.
1-1-1? Or...
Yeah.
Okay. You go first, Barney. You seem like you know who you're thinking of.
Now, unfortunately, my Norwich knowledge is Norwich knowledge. Yeah, isn't
Words.
like I'm quite a young man still, I believe. So I'm not going to say I'm going to remember back in like. But yeah, number 3 on my list. Bit of recency bias after Friday's game, but I will go Kenny. I think Kenny, he's one of them ones where he's not going to make a big deal out of it, but he's someone that will like say something when you're running past him. He's one of them, yeah. And he finally gave it large to big Alex Neil. He's actually quite a small man, Alex Neil. But yeah, Kenny number 3 for me.
Rate it. I'm struggling with this because I'm also quite young. Well, I like to think so. I'm almost 22, but you know, not at heart. I know who my number 1 is, which is really annoying. I don't have a number 2 or number 3. I'm gonna have to go recency bias again, really. I mean, I can't really think of many shithouses because we're very much Norwich, nice
We've had a
Norwich,
few.
aren't we?
Yeah.
Todd Cantwell.
Would you,
You
would you
fucking
call Todd
prick!
Campbell a shithouse?
Sorry, cut that. Yes, because imagine you've just conceded he's doing like surfing shit. Of course he's a
I
shit
just think
house.
I just think he's a little
Yeah, I'm
rat, to
doing
be
it more
honest. I
for
don't think he's a
like
shithouse, but
yeah, that too. But like keeping uppies against Spurs in the penalty kicks, that was
that's
good.
fair. I am going to go more down the lines of a traditional shithouse for this segment. And I think you'll remember a man we had a couple of seasons ago called Ashley Barnes, and he is a proper
Oh
shithouse.
my god!
Of course.
No, you both took my number 2 and my number 1. Go away! Go away!
Of
Go away!
course.
I was gonna have Cartman number 2,
What
Barnes
is?
number 1.
Ashley Barnes is my number
Can
3.
we have your favourite Ashley Barnes moment in a Norwich City shirt? I
Oh,
know
there's
mine.
so many.
I have joint favourites. Mine's either trying to scoff a pie after Rose scored the equaliser on
Yep.
Derby Day, or the goal against Middlesbrough when he like scored it on
Yeah,
his
that was good.
back on the floor. Yeah, I rated that.
I actually, bit of culture knowledge. I actually have an Ashley Barnes Norwich shirt. I got Barnes on the back of one of my shirts.
Why?
I just loved him.
To be
I'd
fair, when
loved him
we
because he
signed
was
him,
a
I
shit
was
house. That's
so
why I'm having
excited,
number
and then I
one.
realised he didn't have any legs left.
Yeah. But at the same time, like he actually, listen. I'm not going to say he came in and was groundbreaking, but he was
Put
steady.
himself
He
about,
was
didn't he?
steady
Put
and got
himself
jobs
about.
done. Yeah, that transfer window was just signed old fuckers. Him, Duffy was signed that window. End of list, but
Yeah,
moving on. I can't think of any
that's
more.
fair. Who's next? You're next, aren't you, Barney? No, you're number 2.
No, oh yeah. Well, my number 2 was Cantwell, but for a different reason. I
Yeah,
just
that's fair.
think,
You can say it, yeah.
like, pretend you're at Norwich. Yeah, I mean more the Premier League era. You've conceded to Norwich in the Premier League, and Cantwell's in the corner pretending he's surfing on a surfboard. Like, I'm not saying he's the traditional spit in your face or kick you when you're down sort of player, but I just think that rattle and annoy people and get under their skin by just surfing in the corner when you've scored.
That's fair. I am just going to completely plagiarise Chris and say my number
That's
2 is
fair.
Ashley Barnes. Sorry.
Oh, it's difficult, this.
I've
I'm going to
secured my number 1
say,
spot, so it's fine.
on the basis of the trick where he used to, like, shield the ball and then dive on it, I'm going to go Grant Hanley, number 2.
Rate it.
Oh, I forgot about Grant. That's a good one.
Because he was proper shithousey at
Oh,
winning
I've got another
fouls. He
good
was
one.
such a knobhead when he, like, an attacker would get near him, he'd, like, shield it and then just fall on the ball every time.
Every time.
So good
Every
at
single
it.
attack. It was beautiful. Go on, Barney. Number 1.
Can I give an honourable mention? I just remember the one thing he did. He did this one time.
Okay.
It was
Go
last
on.
season. It was at the Deepdale, Preston away. Shane Duffy scored. He ran a fair bit, and when he knee slid and then gave him a little kissy
The
to the
little
problem is,
to
birdie
the
right,
home
kiss.
fans.
Shane Duffy
Yeah.
is a conventional shithouse, but he's not done enough shithousey stuff for us.
Yeah,
That's
and that's
fair.
why.
Apart
And
from
I think
driving
that's the
drunk
similar with Ashley
and
Barnes,
crashing
who
into
is
I
the
my
mean,
number
car.
one.
I'm calling one of
Yeah,
your own
that
fans
was
a
quite
gimp. That's
shithousey.
pretty shit house.
Yeah, yeah,
Off the
yeah.
pitch, he's very much a shit house.
My number one was Barnes. It's annoying me how you boys said it quite quickly. He's one of them ones where I say, like, he'll kick you whilst you're down or something. Like, he'll kick in your head or rattle you all the time. And I think that's his whole personality. And I think he just looks like a shithouse. Now, I don't know if it's because he's bulging a bit and his face a little bit scrunched up, but if I said that to him personally,
Poor
bang.
Barnsley.
So that's what. But I think that's the whole life of Barnes being a shithouse.
That's fair. My number 1, you're probably going to guess this because I have a bit of a. My love for this man reaches bounds of Ashton and McConville or Ashton and Liam Molden. It is Jordan Hugo. I didn't think he was much of a shit house. He was
He's a
just
good
fucking
man.
funny
He's a
to
good
watch as a
man.
striker.
I would like to
Yeah,
give
fucking love it. Jordan
Do you remember-
Hugo.
an honourable mention.
I might actually try to reach out and interview him because I would love to
Yeah, we
interview
should.
Hugo. Just
We should.
to say
Jordan,
that
if
I
you
love
want to
him.
come on. Also, I'd like to extend that invitation to John Rogers. I'm a huge John Rogers fan. Please come on. We've plagiarised your song, but we still want
Fair.
you on.
We
Do you
did
remember when
try
he
to ask
signed
you
for West
permission, but
Ham?
your DMs were shut. So
Do you remember when he signed for West Ham? He
sorry,
goes, when Jordan Hugo signed for
You
West
can't wait
Ham,
to walk out with all
hello,
the
Irons,
bubbles.
I'm so excited to walk out of all the bubbles.
I fucking loved. I love him. He's just such a fucking.
Right, I'm going to
bloke,
do
isn't he?
an honourable mention, and then I'll give out my answer, which I think you've missed the most obvious one of them all. And
Oh, go on.
I'm going to give an honourable mention because I don't think he's quite there yet, but he strikes me as the type that Vladan Kovacevic is going to be some shithouse.
Oh,
However,
Yeah,
the
I see that.
absolute king of mid-2010s shithousery. Well, it's a Derby Day hero, boys. How can you not have Grant Holt at number 1?
That is
yeah.
fair. The moustache
The
celebration.
picture of him walking away laughing after he scores is just the best thing I've ever seen. It's so good every time. And he used to just wind defenders up like mad. He would be absolutely all over him. What a player. What a boy. Should have got in the England squad. Should have gone to a
Love you,
Euros.
Holty.
What a boy.
Speaking of Ippy legends, do we
I
move
would like
on
to
to the
just
main
ask one
event?
more question, if I may. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
go on.
So this is not a top 3, but we're on the subject of shithouses, so I thought we'd go there. What player is the biggest shithouse from another team who winds you up the most whenever we play them? This is easy for me. Have we all got the same answer?
Possibly.
Who does he play for?
I'm trying to think. He really rattles me.
Oh, okay,
Sunderland.
no, it's not then. But I know who
Okay, good.
I know who you're going for now. Mine played for
Yeah.
Stoke, if that gives anything away.
Ben Pearson.
Yeah. Ben
Yeah.
Pearson, man, he gets a yellow card against us
Fair.
every time. He kicks the shit out of us every time we play him. He's a proper rattler, he is. He boils my
That's
piss
fair.
unbelievably.
Mine's Luke 09, just because, purely just for
Do you know what the
kissing
problem is, though?
throwing some Valentine's Day. That
He
was
is an absolute shitass, but I like him. I think
I
he's
love
a
09.
really good
Yeah.
lad. If you've watched the Something Until I Die documentary, he's a
Yeah.
really nice bloke as well.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Bunny?
I am really struggling.
I'm Ben Pearson, Luke 09. Who gets under your skin whenever he plays you? One for the older generation. If you were watching in the 2010s, Luis Suarez would have been up there as well because he used to score a hat trick against us every fucking time he
Can
played
I
him.
say one? I've got one. I have got one.
Go on, then.
This one's a bit niche, but I despise this person. I remember when he was in the Championship Golden Boot race with Timo Pukki in the 2021 season. Then when they went up to the Premier League with us, Ivan Toney is one that actually rattles me all the time.
Ooh.
A bit niche, but I remember the 2021 season, him and Pukki battling out for the Golden Boot. Believe Pukki got it? I might be wrong there. I think I am wrong there. I think Tony did get it. He's a fucking penalty merchant, which is half the reason I hate him. And then when we both went up that season. Obviously, we got the away win 2-1. Pukki and Mateus Norman scored, and didn't they like thump us 3 or 4-0 at home? It was a dark day that day.
Yeah.
And then every time he plays against Norwich and I see him on the telly, I actually just despise Ivan Toney.
Well, it's all right, because now he's
He's in
playing
Saudi
for
anyway, so
Hackers and
Saudi.
women's tennis.
Yeah,
So, you know.
he don't count. And the people think we should take him to the World Cup just for penalties. Grow up. Football's more than just penalties.
I know England he'd miss the penalty as well. That's just how life works. We've put it off enough, lads.
Yep.
Derby day.
Yeah.
Saturday, 12:30. We're going to do score predictions, 11 starting 11 predictions, and who you would most love to score the winner.
Okay. I am ready to go, so if you want me to fire away, I will fire away.
Go.
Okay.
Go, fire away.
It'll be a tight game, but we will be able to play with freedom.
Fair.
There's no pressure on us. Doesn't matter what happens in this game. There's no win streak to hold. If we lose, it's not the end of our season. If we win, it's not the end of our season. Like it can go either way. From where we were, we've taken all the pressure off ourselves. I think we go out and nick a 2-1 win.
Fair. Love it.
I will. Do you want me to fire into the lineup, or are we going to do all scores? We'll do all scores first. Okay.
We'll do all scores first. I'm thinking 3-1 win. I'm feeling confident. Brady?
2-0.
Clean sheet. Right that. Imagine if that clean sheet. I've gotten the Barkley.
Unreal.
Go on.
I'll go 2-0.
Right,
go on then,
I
Chris.
will go through my team lineup. What I'm going to need is some help on who's injured.
That's fair.
I obviously Vlad in goal.
Well,
I think Stacey
yeah.
will be right back, but I think that'll be out of necessity.
I think he will too, yeah. I don't mind it, though. He played well
But
last
only
Derby
because
day
I
at
think
home.
Fish is going to be injured.
I played one against Millwall.
I
That's
think
fair.
we'll have Probably Cordoba and Darling. I don't think McConville makes it.
Yeah, I think even if he's fit, he'll probably be on the bench. I wouldn't throw him
I think it
back
would
in
be
and
Ben
risk going
Crescene
on.
at left back.
Yeah, good. A left back helps.
I
a lot.
think we will have. I am going to go on the side of hope here and say that it'll be McLean and Matson McLean back in midfield, Schwartau right wing, Ahmed left wing, Slimane in the 10 with Torre up front.
I'll rate it. See, I'd go exactly the same. However, I think Field
He
played
did play
pretty well.
well.
So I'd make the centre midfield pairing of McLean and Field, and then push Matson into the 10.
That is interesting.
I don't know why, but it's interesting, and it ain't gonna happen. But I'd like to see that. Other than that, Schwartz on the right, Ali Ahmed on the left, and Torre up front. Ashton.
I'll go Vlad in goal. I'll say Stacey because I don't think Fisher is back. But if Fisher was back, I would go Fisher.
Yeah, it's as simple as that.
Likewise with McConville, if he was back and ready, I'd go McConville and Cordoba, but I doubt it, so I'll go Darling and Cordoba. Left back, Crescene. On midfield, pairing of Matson and McLean. On the left, Ahmed. On the right, Schwartau. On the 10, there's a reason Paris didn't play at all against Millwall, and that's because he's ready to shine on Derby Day. Paris Magoma through the middle in the 10.
I do rate that. My concern with Magoma is he loses the ball a lot. And I think if he loses the ball...
I think he'll see
At the same time, he's also a player where...
Obviously, he's a player who has that spark.
I love Magoma.
Right?
I think he's great.
I absolutely love him. He suits more of a less bitty teams, which I think Ipswich will try to be, because they haven't been yes for a second, but they haven't been having these worldly performances. They haven't.
Given the squad that Ipswich have got, right, they should be pissing this league, and they're not. Like, let's be real here. The team that they've got, they should be absolutely walking this league, and they aren't even close.
And I've seen some Ipswich fans saying like they haven't like the win against Birmingham was their first win from behind in about a year and a half.
Yeah, I think someone was saying the other day, I don't know what interview I was listening to, but I think it was an Ipswich fan, was saying that they've actually been, and obviously like the season before when they got promoted, where they were scoring last minute all the time and they were putting 4 goals past teams every game, they've actually been quite reserved in comparison, from what I understand of Ipswich at the moment. And this is why I don't think they're as big a team to fear. Especially because for us, the pressure's off. Like I say, essentially we could look at this game as if we're playing for nothing, because there's no streak to hold, and our season doesn't hinge on it, because it's unlikely we make the playoffs anyway. It's great if we do, but it's unlikely we make them. Let's be realistic. So our season doesn't hinge on it. We can see this as a one-off game where we can really go out and attack. And I think Ipswich are slightly vulnerable. And I do think that the team that you saw come out under Manning is going to be such a stark contrast that, all right, we've lost to them this season, but we were being, sort of led by an idiot, and the players didn't believe in him. Let's be real. We could see that. Everyone could see that on the pitch. We're now being led by a strong leader who everyone believes in. It's a totally different thing.
Yeah, the thing is, Clement will instill what this derby means to the players. Clement will make sure there's no, sort of complacency. So, yeah. Again, we had nothing to lose whatsoever, like Chris said. There's nothing to lose whatsoever.
That's why I think it's easier.
And I think Clement knows
all on Ipswich.
Yeah. Clement knows a thing or two about rivalries, right? If you've managed either Celtic or Rangers, that is one of the most feistiest derbies in the United Kingdom, and that is a fact. He knows what derby days are like, and he knows the extreme. And I think with that experience, he has the knowledge, he understands how derbies work, and I think he is a good man, probably the best man, I can get them thumping. Say, lads, if you lose, it's a long day. You know that already, but it'll be even longer now that it's at home. Go in, get under their skin, get a goal early on, and fucking get their heads.
And let's be honest, Ipswich have got far more to lose than us. They're fighting for an auto place.
I just thought I'd do something interesting and look at Clement's like form in Old Firm.
I don't think you want to.
Yeah, he's played 6
Oh
plus
dear.
5 drawn 1. But we don't.
Everything
we
I
don't
just
look at
said,
that 'cause-
ignore.
Yeah, but also Rangers are complete fucking toss. So
There's basket kids of a team. Yeah. Before we finish, one player you want to score the winner.
I see. If he was fit, I would say Kellen Fisher because it would just be absolute scenes if he did. Can you imagine?
It would be.
I'm gonna go at the players I know will be fit. Probably Kenny McLean. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I like that.
He knows what
Fair,
it means
I like
to the fans. He's been here long enough to understand it.
Yeah, I like that. Firstly, I think we're going to score early doors, like first 5-10 minutes. But that's not what I'm going to say. I think again it would have been Fisher as well. I would have said Forson too, but it's not really been in the team much, and he's probably not best for an RB day to be completely honest with him. Matthias Cliffgard. Matthias
That would be
Cliffgard.
great.
Come
I don't
on,
mind that.
80th
I don't mind
minute,
that.
overhead kick goal. Imagine that.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't mind
Here's
that.
Ashton's
Scenes.
answer. What's the bet in the next 2 words of Louis Molden?
No, it's obviously I would have said Rory. If Rory is just please. However, I have got another suggestion, and this one is a little bit niche.
Here it comes.
But at the
Louis
same
Molden. He's
time,
gonna say it.
said the
Emiliano Marcondes.
No.
Oh,
No.
I forgot to mention. I met him. I met Emiliano Marcondes against Pompey. Yeah, and I told him how much Ashton absolutely loved him, and he was his biggest fan.
Oh, that is splendid work.
Continue, Ashton. Apologies.
No, Marcondes is not the player. Louis Molden's not the player. I remember sitting on this podcast the other week and saying when Maatson got his first goal for Norwich, there's another player who I think deserves a Norwich City goal, and I hope that Saturday is his day. Jacob Wright. I'd love to see him score on Saturday. I think that's what he needs. I think that's what he needs. He needs his moment. He needs that goal. He deserves the moment. He deserves the goal. A little, either a free kick or a back post tapping in the 93rd.
Would be scenes. And I think that is us done. Before we finish, do you want to quickly mention the elephant in the room? There's a certain Chilean playing against us. Which player do you want to break his legs?
Oh no, Hernandez.
Can I say no Hernandez?
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
He
fair.
runs out of the stands and performs a roundhouse kick.
Rate it. Absolutely rate it. Come on,
I've got one.
love you,
I know,
really.
I've
sprints
got
all the
one.
way back from Port Vale.
Imagine against the half time, they're going down the tunnel. Vicente Reyes comes behind and absolutely kites in the back of the legs.
What is his obsession with backup
Fair.
goalkeepers? He's got a fetish
No,
for backup
it's
goalkeepers
because
for
of
some
both-
reason.
Has a backup goalkeeper kink.
No, because I hate Daniel Grimshaw. But Vicente Reyes, Chilean friends, yeah, he'll be like, you shit Chilean, man. You should never left Norwich City. And then bang. in
I'm
the
not
back
sure
of
you
them.
could do the Spanish
With the
accent.
The worst thing is Reyes is American as well. Like, he speaks American, but we'll move on from that.
On that bombshell,
So he speaks
it's
English,
time
and
to
he
end.
speaks- You know where I'm
That is,
from,
thank you for
dog.
watching. And McConville, if you're watching, I'm sure you'll be about the ground. Tell the lads what it means. This is a big fucking match. Leave it all out there. Put it all out there. Get tired, sweat a lot, do good football, please, and win. That's all I can ask.
I'll drink to that.
Vicente
On
Reyes
that
fist
note,
bump, so he clamps Nunes down the tunnel at the end of the game.
thank you for watching. We'll be back next week, either in jubilation or we might just delete the podcast out of humiliation after we lose 5-0. We shall see. Thank you for watching.
What happens if there's a
Will
draw?
be that. Well, then we'll just be
We'll
sort
just
of
be meh.
hi. We drew.
Yeah, guys, we're back.
Hello, everyone, and welcome along to the podcast.
The Draw Norwich City podcast. We love it. Thank you for watching, lads. See you next time.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye all.
Can you help but think I'm falling? I've drank too much and now I can't